Hey everybody, Dustin Dale's back here once again. This time I'm at the Waiting Room Lounge. It's right here in the Benson neighborhood. You definitely want to come out here tonight because tonight it's an actor you're only going to see maybe once every few years because he's that big. So make sure you come out tonight. Waiting Room Lounge. His name is CeeLo Green. You've seen him on NBC's The Voice. He actually performed with Hannah Houston on the finale, so he definitely digs the Nebraska crowd. So please welcome CeeLo.
Hey, brother. Pleasure to meet you. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. I mentioned The Voice. How was it being a judge on the first four seasons of The Voice?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience. It's probably the most pivotal, opportunity in my professional career. It really opened me up and made me visible and made me invaluable to so many other opportunities and exposed me to so many wonderful people. And I have some wonderful fans and relationships that have lasted. So, yeah.
Now, on The Voice, there was we obviously saw you working with the talent on a couple of songs each week. Did you really spend a lot more time that was off camera with the talent, working with them at all?
Yeah, well, as much as we were allowed to do, stipulation-wise, but a number of different relationships have held over the years, and we still keep in contact pretty consistently and pretty genuinely, just as I said that I would. And so I speak to at least 5 or 6, namesakes that you might remember, but I won't just put them on blast like that because it's our personal times, But right. Other than that, we kept it real with each other.
Now, on the finale this year, you performed with Hannah Houston, who's from Lincoln, just a block down the road, basically here. And Nebraska loved her. And then when they saw you perform with her, that rendition of "Crazy" was incredible. What was that like performing with Hannah?
Well, it was a wonderful opportunity because it was impromptu. I just happened to be available and in Los Angeles at the time, and they reached out to me, and I'm like, of course, and anything for family, and she's also a remarkable voice, and she had such a strong chance at winning, and so when they wanted to honor me, and in return I can honor them with my, my involvement, and to do "Crazy" yet again. I think we've done that song on The Voice at least 5 or 6 times, but it's one of those records that it's a bond, you know what I'm saying? And so to sing it with anybody is such a pleasure, for me. So, but especially her because she's a great voice, great talent.
Do you think you're going to see yourself doing a duet with her down the road maybe again?
Oh, everything's possible. Anything's possible, definitely.
What about making another run as a coach on The Voice?
That is also possible, my friend. We've talked about it, and there's some prospect. Lingering around. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed about it. But I'd love to do it, though, just to be plain about it, yeah.
Okay. Now, you've had some good luck at the Grammys. You had a song most recently, "Forget You." It also goes by another name. What was it like when you were working on that song in the studio? Did you think that it would blow up as big as it did?
No, not necessarily. You know what I mean? I think I try not to be presumptuous about anything. I think music should, be kind of an act of instinct, an act of adventure. You know what I mean? You just kind of, commit yourself, strap in, buckle up. You know what I mean? And just go along for the ride. And so sometimes these rides are roller coasters. And that record is a roller coaster that has lasted me the last, several years. So people still love that record, and I'm glad they love it. I love it too.
Did you have anybody in mind when you were singing it?
No. It wasn't a whole truth in terms of that context. But hey, it's a good old-fashioned reason to say.
That's right. That's exactly right. Now, in your career, you've worked as a solo artist, CeeLo Green. You've also worked in Gnarls Barkley, and you've worked in a group as well. Which set do you prefer?
You know what? If I could physically do it all, I think one of my dreams would be doing a variety show, if you will, or tour that encompasses, myself, CeeLo Green, Gnarls Barkley, and Goody Mob, the group that I started with. I would just do a total package, bringing 20 years worth of appreciation from these different audience together under one roof, on a very special night of music. You know what I mean? So, if I could do that, once in my career. And I'm not saying it's impossible, it's just not easy, because I probably would be exhausted because I have to be present on each on each part, you know what I'm saying? But if I could ever nail something like that down, I think I'd find the energy somewhere to do it.
Okay, I think a lot of us would like to see that. That's for sure. Now, right now you're doing a solo tour, but you did get back with Goody Mob and you put out a 5th studio album.
Yes.
Do you think you're going to go on the road with those guys again?
Well, we talked about it. We actually just got through doing a performance in Atlanta almost a month ago called the Funk Fest. And I mean, we still got it. You know what I mean? You know, there's a connection between us that has lasted. You know, my entire career. We're brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like easy to kind of like dial right in and remember the steps, the routines, the backings, the ad libs. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and the energy that we have for each other and for the audience that is more affectionate toward, you know, Goody Mob. So yeah, it's pretty easy.
Now tonight it's kind of a smaller venue, but you've also done the big arena shows. How do you separate the difference between doing a big show or a little show, or is it kind of you bring the big show into a small area?
I like it though, you know what I mean, because this is something that I had not necessarily done, you know, in quite some time. So like, I'm looking around the venue now, and I just think it's wonderful. It's like, you know, the safe assumption is, wow, you know, people are going to be able to really reach out and touch me. It's going this room, this intimate room, is going to swell up with music, energy, elation. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be really good. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be really great, and possibly an even greater experience for the city, the venue, and the people that show up tonight. So as far as people showing up tonight, I don't believe that it's sold out completely. You know, I think we can squeeze about, you know, 20 or so more people here, maybe. I don't know. So that's, you know, that's a short number. So I don't know if you want to be in that number, you know, come on down, grab a ticket.
Now, what can we expect from you down the road later this year?
I'm going to keep touring until this is over with. I got to get right back in the studio, and I'm working on a number of different projects. I also have a label situation. It's called Mothership, and it's courtesy of Sony Records. And they've given me a position and given me an opportunity to find, curate, develop, and release new talent. And some of that talent is going to be showcased tonight. A new young group called the Swaggo Experience that I found. I brought them along with me on this tour. Let them get their first, you know, experience in the touring circuit, and let them see what it's all about. So. Yeah, so I'm doing that as well, and I'm also working on new music as well. So I'm staying busy.
Definitely staying busy, and he's opening up his own label. So if he does get on The Voice again, you might want to pick CeeLo's team. I'm just saying. But it is the Waiting Room Lounge tonight. Doors open at 8 o'clock. Concert starts at 9. There are some tickets still available up until I believe about 7 or 7:30. They're going to extend that time frame a little bit so you can get out here and check out CeeLo. You don't want to miss it. He won't be back here for a while. He's a bit of a big name, so make sure you come on down here to the Waiting Room Lounge, Benson area, right off Maple. Come see CeeLo. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Take care, guys. Perfect. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. I really do. Mind if I